And welcome back to another episode of Piper Doug going mental. Shut up, I heard that.
You're already mental, Piper Doug.
Yeah. So, as you will see, there is an entire field of cut hay. So this was cut on Monday, this is now Friday. We have a chance of a thunderstorm tonight and tomorrow morning. Then we have the rest of Saturday and we have Sunday, and then there's another thunderstorm for Monday and Tuesday. And then it's supposed to be sunny for Wednesday, maybe Thursday, definitely rain on Friday. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So the problem we're having is the stuff done on Monday was absolutely soaking underneath because it was still damp, and when we cut it, because it was flat to the ground, as you saw in the last video, figured run it through the conditioner, set it up nice and high. It was lovely. Then it got a rain on it, just a tenth, but we've had heavy dew every night since, which is like having a rain on it. So with a chance of rain coming, and basically the top of the swaths being perfect conditions. The underside looks like it was cut almost 2 days ago, like yesterday, day before. Not good. So, the old 1960 whatever rake that I bought at Fraser auction for like $300 to the rescue. But as you can see from this picture, see the light color? That's where the swath was, like there. So yeah, that's what's happening because it's so dense, the sun is not getting through it. So the plants underneath are starting to wither. So that can tell you what the underside of the swath looks like. So I have tried laying the swath over kind of on its back, but it kind of just folds itself over into a rope. So what I've got to do now, zoom it back out, is where it basically folds the swath over and then flicks it. I've kind of got the hitch set over to one side. So basically it's acting like a fluffer and a mover. So it's setting it over onto dry ground and it's fluffing it up so the sun and the air can get through it. Not much of a breeze today, sadly. Yeah, no, that would be too much to ask. So basically all I'm going to do is I've got the headlamps done, except from the outside, because I don't want to put two into one if it does get a rain on it. Big Blue is supposed to be getting loaded onto a flat deck trailer right now. Supposedly he will be down tonight. So he will be going straight on the baler, and the baler will be coming straight out here. Down here it's actually in fairly good shape. Up at the top of the field I don't hold out a lot of hope. Up there where that last storm pounded it right flat to the ground, yeah, it's absolutely dripping wet underneath in this. The rake had a hard time moving it. It would just skid the rake sideways and jam it up. So I'm going to try and bale what I can. And then after that, if it's still in bad shape, we're going to have to get a custom operator to come in with one of those bale wrappers, like where it bales and wraps at the same time. Because we're not going to let it rot. Plus, we want to make sure that the next crop coming up doesn't suffer like you see there. That's okay, but when it starts turning white, you're actually going to kill the plant. So, yeah. So that's where we're at. I'll maybe bring you back when we get further around and see how it looks. Or I'll maybe just bring you back when the baler gets fired up. You never know. two into one, boys. So, since you last saw me, just after midnight last night, which was Friday night, there was a chance of rain. Well, chance of rain turned into chance of Armageddon. And I think I'll enter a few pictures here. So yeah, chance of rain ended up being half an inch of rain, being pushed by about 80-mile-an-hour winds. So the stuff that was already down hard and trash is now absolutely beat all to heck. And the stuff that was maybe drier is now blowing all over hell's half acre. And so basically the stuff that was cut Monday and some of Tuesday is rot now. It's beyond making hay. It would be very poor quality feed unless you make it into silage. So I contacted my silage guy, the one that we normally use, and he didn't want to have anything to do with it. He said it's a whole quarter section. We're going to do the whole thing, get it done. Nope. Tried them twice. So then we tried another local outfit, which is an English family that moved out here to the Westman area. Rooks Custom Ag. Give them a shout if you're in the need for literally anything. They are set up to the hilt. These guys, and Penny, the boss lady, they do everything: silage, seeding, spraying, baling, poop spreading, literally everything. We gave them a call. They were very helpful, but they are booked solid, and a lot of the stuff that they are about to do is already sitting on the ground soaking wet as well. So it would be very unfair of me to expect them to drop their customers that they already have existing to come do somebody that they don't normally chop for. But what they did do was they gave me the name of another silage guy who don't do as many acres as what the Rooks do, but still have a really nice setup, nice big self-propelled Jaguar chopper. They have some wagons. So Keith Wohlgemuth from the Oak Lake area. See if I can find his information and post it up here. So yeah, he came out within half an hour of my call, and they will be here tomorrow. Now that's what you call customer service. So the big thing is that I need to get this stuff two into one. Even though their chopper is not the biggest kind of chopper, it still saves them a whole lot of time if I put two into one. Plus this stuff could do with another rake just to help it dry out, get rid of all the excess moisture, because there's still a fair bit of green in it. Had a really great talk with the guy today, and weirdly, a lot of you who know me will find this hard to believe, I had to look up to him. Yeah, he's like 6'6" or something, 6'7". Very tall. Anyway, so like I said, they're hopefully going to be here tomorrow, and so I'll bring you back for that. The one thing that all the silage guys were saying is they're scared of rocks, and rightly so. And yes, this field was not rolled. But what I did say was, I cut this with a disc vine, and I cut it at a good height, and I've got the rake set a little bit higher, so if there is anything in the swaths, it should fall out of the swaths by the time it gets over to where it's going to be picked up. So, fingers crossed that should be fine. But yeah, see right there where part of the swath took off. That's a nice spot. There's another spot down here way worse. But I'll put as much as I can into these rows, and then whatever's left out here by the time they're done silaging, I'll just sort of run around, gather it up with the baler and drop it to the cows and feed it to them straight away. That way, and it's not so much like, oh, I gotta get every last little piece. It's more to stop there being stuff out here on the new crop, because it's kind of hard to pick up on this, but the new growth is already jumping out of the ground right now. So we're doing this as much to protect the new growth. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted here. The new growth for the second cut, because that's one of the great things about trying to get your silage, your hay, or your alfalfa cut at least by the middle of July. And that gives you lots of time for regrowth to have a really good strong second cut versus cutting into August. So I'm going to keep going, and then maybe in the next clip you'll be seeing the chopper. So we're back, and this is where we're at. Because there you go, chopper's rolling. Try and get as much footage of those guys as I can. This stuff that they're doing right now is overly, it's beyond what you would normally make silage out of, but we need to get it off, and where it's heavy it's just not drying out, so we're just going to chopper. The stuff up at the top of the field will make great silage on top of this, so hopefully it should all balance out. So they're just kind of, I did the headlands last night, they got that off already, and they're just working away there, and then they'll come over and grab every so often when I have a row ready for them, because it's kind of slow going, but this is the rake that I got, so we'll keep going. So we're about 3/4 of the way done. So here's one of the reasons why we're raking and silaging instead of trying to still make it into silage. This part here, see if we can do this. I don't know if you can tell, it's dripping wet on the underside of these swaths. On the rake, I can just barely move these. See the size of them. So yeah, these swaths were never going to dry out. Oh, it's great shape up here on top of the hill. It's like another day and it probably would bail up the #1 hay. Only issue I have is there's a chance of a thunderstorm again tonight. As you can see, the clouds came out of nowhere. That wasn't in the forecast, but when it's hot, it was 43 degrees today. And the humidity was like 70%, 80%, something like that. So, yeah. So, storms are going to keep popping. So, not taking a chance. It's just all going to get chopped. We're going to have a mega pile, but that'll do 2 years, so, okay. So, yeah. They're on their supper break right now. I had mines on the go, so. We're getting there. We're getting there, Harry. We're getting there. Oh, we're in the heavy stuff again. Oh, skipped. Yeah, some of this stuff is so wet, so heavy, the rake just skips over the top. Like that. Oh, we did it good there. And then you see more sign of where it blowed. I can only get so much of it. and then just leave the rest. I'll come back after this is all done, and I'll pick that up with the baler. So yeah, little ways to go. Swaths. Probably safely say, probably not all 16 foot twice, so it's probably closer to 30, 31 foot. But they figured it's going at least 6 tons to the acre. So that's kind of nice. Got a bit of a breakdown there, but yeah, look what we're racing. That wasn't supposed to be coming. But there's the end of the field. Oh, the race is on, boys. The race is on. And that's me done. They have about 3 rows left. That's how much of a head I had on them at the end there. This thing was having a hell of a time once the dew come down. Could have done with at least 5 more weights on the back of it. Just would not stay on the ground. It skipped over. Tried to not leave too many piles, because believe you me, chopper drivers don't like piles. And I don't know if you can see any of this, but oh my gosh, there is a storm all around us. There's been, oh there you go. There's been sheet lightning, there's been fork lightning. Oh my gosh. So, it's 1:45. They started making the first loads just after 10 a.m. They only stopped for supper for 45 minutes, and they've been going flat out. And I tell you, Keith Wohlgemuth and his crew, they have saved the day. Absolutely saved the day. I don't know, they kind of estimated that it was going about 6 tons to the acre. There's going to be approximately 1,000 tons coming in, but I don't doubt there's probably a heck of a lot more than that. So she's done. She's done. And you literally can't write this. There starts the rain. You can see right there. That's them filling the last trailer. Oh, boys. Things might be turning around for old Piper Duck. Still got a lot of hay to make. She's good, boys. She's in the pile. I'm a happy camper. So yeah, this is the morning after. I got a little bit of tidying up to do, but that's what a quarter section of alfalfa looks like. I haven't got the readout on what the tonnage is. Now, those of you who are in the world of corn will go, well, that's not a very big pile. Now compared to corn, it's not a big pile. But the deal with alfalfa is you mix it with that stuff. So I've yet to figure out if it's going to be 50-50 or slightly uneven to one side or the other. Won't know until we get analyzed. But there's a good chunk. That's about the size of our normal corn pit. And that's fed at 100% corn versus this won't be. So this might do 2 years. We never know. We don't know what the bill will be yet either, so that will dictate how long this stuff lasts. But it's better in this pile than laying out in that field getting rotten. Because we had a wee splash last night, didn't amount to anything. But it's humid as all heck today. There is a bit of a breeze, as you can see. But there's another storm rolling in tonight, and it's supposed to be an absolute doozy. So, like I said, big shout out, big thanks goes to Keith Wohlgemuth and his crew out of Oak Lake for showing up the day after I call and getting her done by midnight on the same day as they start. A whole quarter section.